Unknown has two main choices to make here with his 2-drop, having enough mana to go with either the Silverwing or the Devoted Curate. While the Silverwing would fit in whatever ZZ could summon instantly, Curate can pull off a similar effect when comboed with the Dancer, and trades nicely because of the damage shield. Unfortunately, ZZ has no decent 2-drop he'd like to play this turn, so passes on the mana crystals. Now, not having to use the Dancer to help Curate trade, Unknown can set up that Silverwing in the backline and get the global presence going, essentially having 2 minions in range of whatever ZZ chooses to summon. Now, under a lot of pressure, ZZ uses his own Dancer to pull Curate into line of sight of Petra, so he can drop the damage shield and finish it with the Hound class mech. A weak turn for ZZ as he had to pump a lot of resources into killing just that Curate, and only ends up with a Dancer on board. However, he positions well and blocks Jura from stealing that crystal. With no free drops in hand, Unknown makes the most of this turn by using the Flying on Silverwing to deny that second mana crystal, stick some damage onto face, and smartly uses the Dancer to pull it back, so ZZ can't trade into it with his own Dancer and a Petra ping. ZZ doesn't miss his free drop thankfully, moving backwards and setting up the tried and tested Phalanx Leader. He can't make the most of the surge on damage, so he has to stick the ping to face rather than a minion, but at least he has a larger body on board to work with now. ZZ understands he won't win this game through killing Unknown faster, so he keeps his own Dancer alive. One thing you have to be wary about against Yellow though is leaving injured minions up. Because ZZ didn't send it face last turn, Growler Primal can take the Dancer out for free and getting a body on the board. With the bonus damage from Phalanx Leader though, ZZ is able to clear out that Growler Primal and leave his own Phalanx Leader alive with 1 HP, which will demand a trade and slow down Unknown ever so slightly. Infantry Tactics Queensguard comes down as well, and it looks like ZZ is starting to win back the board. However, a nice draw from Unknown will give him a minion large enough to rival this Queensguard, playing Grandworm in the back while keeping up the pressure with Silverwing, clearing the way by taking down Phalanx Leader with Jura himself. Though Unknown does leave his Dancer in place, choosing not to swing in with 2 more damage. Now, under the threat of this Grandworm Primal, ZZ is forced to spend all his mana answering that card, using a Soul Shifter to bring it into range of Queensguard. This leaves ZZ with only a 5-1 on board and a 4-4 out in no man's land, though he is able to finally land some damage on the Silverwing that's been causing havoc all game. Tomekeeper does indeed pull a good one, drawing Raised by Primal out of Unknown's deck, which he promptly casts. A big theme of this game has been Jura finishing off minions himself, which we see happen again here as he takes 5 damage to the face and removes Queensguard. Summoner's Aid comes down, which allows Plating Specialist to be summoned out of range of Soul Shifter and prevents a good static discharge, all while Silverwing finds himself able to Silver Swing again, going up to 12 damage so far over the course of this game. Able to make a small amount of use out of Soul Shifter, ZZ sends it into the Summoner's Aid to shut down any problematic deep summons. The use of 2 strike packs heavily suggests that ZZ's hand isn't looking too hot, cycling through both just to draw. The deep strike being useless at this stage as he isn't looking to put any pressure onto Unknown Spawn anytime soon. 1 more damage tacked on, but the Silverwing survives. Efficiency hits the Raptor class mech, dropping the base cost to 1 and allowing the Lifewing variant to be played for only 2 mana. With 2 Nature's Heralds now in hand, Unknown opts to play the one he just drew, keeping ZZ on his toes about what that first card in hand could be. Herald boosts Tomekeeper up to take out the Soul Shifter. Originally, Unknown would have had to send 2 units into the Lifewing, however the +2 damage means Lifewing will only be able to get 1 swing off, only healing for 4, which doesn't seem like enough as ZZ takes 9 damage from Jura and the Silver King, which is now up to a grand total of 17 damage. Without hesitation, ZZ will be putting an end to the reign of the Silverwing and finishes off the Specialist that was flanking around with the Thundering Giant. A good clear, but still a pretty slow play, only developing 1 minion. He chooses to hold on to the Efficiency Expert swing, missing out on the extra bit of damage he'd be looking for to close this game out. Another 2 damage to face will put ZZ into the danger zone, a risk of just dying to another Nature's Herald or Growler Primal to do the last 2 damage. Grandworm Primal set up in the backline, and a Brave Scryer from the earlier Raised by Primals will leave Unknown at 2 mana, the perfect amount needed to cast a Burrow and get himself out of harm's way, under threat from the potential damage that Thundering Giant could put out. The Burrow position is important as well as it locks up one of the towers ZZ could use to surround himself at the back of the spawn. Because of this, ZZ is forced to clear out the Nature's Herald to open a place for him to surround himself at, utilizing the Efficiency Expert and Thundering Giant buffed by the Kittel to achieve just that. Unknown pulls a Pack Awakener with this draw, however he wouldn't have even needed it with the Nature's Herald in hand, which can easily get the job done. As is, he slaps the splash onto the Grandworm to finish things off. To an extent I disagree with this play, as denying your opponent information is a big part of a best of series which this was, and not all yellow decks do run Pack Awakener. Whether I disagree or not doesn't matter too much, as Unknown will win this game by turn 9, able to keep a steady supply of minions and damage going. A big part of this game was the fact that Unknown was able to use Jura to finish off plenty of minions himself, rather than having to trade. The Silverwing from turn 2 was still alive all the way up to the later stage of the game, as was the Dancer from turn 3 thanks to those plays. I joked about it a lot in the video, but the Silverwing did put in a lot of work. Zeze had to make some really unfortunate trades such as Dancer and Hound Classmate to kill a devoted curate, and a Soul Shifter to kill a Grand Worm, which didn't help his board at all. Missing turn 2 was crucial for Zeze as he quickly fell behind and was never able to reclaim the board, always having to play reactively and give up. If you guys enjoyed this format of video, please be sure to let me know. This game took place during week number 5 of the Rangers Retreat, a tournament that takes place every weekend, and Unknown StarCraft did end up winning that one. If you'd like to see your games reviewed, you can either compete yourself and have them casted live on stream, or send me the footage at TheAlfonsay@gmail.com, and I'll see what we can do. Thank you so much for watching again. If you have any feedback, please let me know, and I will see you on the Shards Rangers.